guys, so I'm out on the water, my local river. I'm back with another tying video, and this is a tying video for the fly that I've actually been catching fish with today. It's a sexy Walts worm with a hot tag and a CDC collar. It's not something that I invented. This is just the color and the variation that I kind of like to fish it in, and it's the fly that's been catching me fish today. So I thought I would put together a video for you guys to show you how to tie it and kind of talk to you about why I like this fly. If you guys have seen any of my videos before, you know that I really am a fan of attractor patterns, and that's what this is. I've tied up a few different versions of the caddis patterns for you guys in the past. This is another variation that I like with that silver bead, yellow hot spot, CDC collar. I will vary all those ingredients and change the colors around, and I would encourage you guys to do that as well. I'm going to show you how to tie this, you know, but and I'm going to show you all the material list at the end of the video, but I would encourage you to play with this, experiment. Your local waters are different than mine. This is one that I feel confident, you know, moving around the Pacific Northwest catching fish with, but I don't know, if you're in another place, you might find another color to work better for that season. So give it a try, and let me know what you think of this fly. Throw a comment down below and let me know what variation you're tying of this thing and what's working where you live. That'd be awesome. So let's get into tying it and kind of showing you guys how I like to tie it and what's been working for me.
Okay, so in the vise I have Umpqua X Series Perta Jig size 14. It's a cool hook. It's pretty new. It's got a flat, kind of long shank and then a wide gap, almost like an egg gap hook, but it's got that flat, it's not curved on the shank, which is cool. Pretty cool new hook. Started my thread right behind that bead. I'm going to come back and lay down just a little bit of a thread base. Come back forward on this fly. Now I have a piece of glow bright. This is one piece that I've cut off, and I'm just going to double it over like that and then wrap it around the thread so that it's wrapped over. So now that's essentially that's 4 pieces of thread there. So I'm going to come back here, touching wraps all the way back to where, just past where the barb would be, and this hook, just like that. And then I'm going to come in and cut this pretty short. It's just a little yellow tag like that. Now I have a piece of Coke de Leon tailing fiber. You don't have to do this step, but I like the way it looks. Strip off quite a few fibers on this, and I want these to go on top of that glow bright right there, and I want them to be about double the length of the glow bright. So pinch those, wrap that forward. Lines, sometimes they can be a pain, so those are right up on top like that. You see that length there, looks good. Wrap that forward, and then we're going to come in and grab all these and trim those off just like that. I'm going to kind of wrap back just kind of over that to make sure it's secured. Then we tie in our tinsel here right behind the bead. Oops, it's not going in there. Right behind the bead with the tinsel, just like that. And then we have some 6X tippet, so we're going to come in and add that at the exact same time. Wrap all the way back over these, touching turns all the way back to where that tail is, just like that. Now we're going to come in with our squirrel dubbing and create the body of this fly. Just going to dub some of that on there. Kind of a thin noodle. Doesn't matter if it's kind of loose. You kind of want this stuff to be a little bit buggy. So we'll come in just like this, kind of building up taper as you go with that dubbing, building up that taper, just like, oops. Just like so. Looks about right. Now we're going to come forward with our rib here, capture that just a few times come in and snip that off, and then we're going to counter wrap that with for some extra durability with the monofilament, just like that. So we're wrapping the opposite direction so that it's really secured down. Snip this off. I'm going to add just a little bit more dubbing here before the next step. I didn't like that it's not quite filled out enough, so I add just a little bit more dubbing there. Now we're going to take our loop tool right here. I'm going to create a small dubbing loop, just a little one, just like this. And we've got a CDC feather here. You can use kind of any color you want on this. This is caddis tan, but natural works well, and medium gray also works well. Those are kind of the three colors that I like. So capture that in there. Now I'm going to spin this up just a little bit here, just like that. I'm going to pick this out a little bit with my Velcro, and then we're going to come in and make a collar out of this CDC here. So now we've captured that. It's all tied in nicely. You don't need a huge amount of this stuff. A little bit goes a long ways. Snip off that loop. Brush these fibers back a little bit. And then we're going to come in with a little bit more scroll dubbing to finish off the collar of the fly. Build up a little bit more bulk in front of that CDC. Then all you have to do is throw in a whip finish or two, and we are almost done. The next thing I do is just kind of pick off a little bit of these fibers just to make sure they're the right length there. And there is your finished fly. Works great. Fish it.